Welcome to the Shortwave Radio channel, and I'll have a little personal discussion or observation here before I start posting a couple of videos of some reception of stations from both, including doing a kind of a scan, ETM scan on the Tecsun PL 330 or ATS scan on the Tecsun 990X, and comparing them. So there's going to be a series of videos of them in action tonight, but I wanted to post this video first to kind of give my personal opinion of what I think when I compare both receivers. So the left side, 990X, $235 price tag. On the right side, PL330, $79 price tag. In performance, when I listen to shortwave stations, honestly, there isn't that much of a difference. It all comes down to what I already said about the 990X when people saying, should I buy that? It doesn't add more sensitivity. These radios are already at the top of what they could do. So the Tecsun PL 330 shows that it can do as well in signal level and receiving any stations that the PL 990X does. And you guys have seen one video where I actually showed the same station, Voice of Turkey, and everybody noticed one very similar thing. What makes it more interesting to listen to and easier to listen to on the 990X is purely and pretty much only its beautiful audio. And because the 330 falls in the category of average audio of small portables. It's better than some radios. So, for example, the 330 has better audio than the C-Crane CC Skywave SSB. But it's not as beautiful as, the XH Data has a better sound. It falls somewhere in the middle. The reception with, using an outdoor antenna or not seems to be pretty much at par with both radios. They have fine tuning. They work really well. What I would give the biggest drawback of the Tecsun PL 330 versus the big Tecsun 990X, and that's removing the audio, because the 990X will beat it almost every time simply because of the good quality of the audio. The 330 has a big flaw in single sideband in the version that I have, which is still the Chinese market version with the firmware version 3303, and it's that reverse single sideband tuning bug. What does that do? When you tune single sideband, and I'll do an example anyways, when you tune single sideband by punching in the frequency directly, say I want to listen to Gander Radio Weather, if I punch in 6604 upper sideband, it's going to be pretty much on dot, and it's going to work fine, and that works great. The problem is if you're off frequency. And one of the best example was in tuning a pirate radio station. Some pirate radio stations are not exactly on dot on the frequency. So what do you do? You try to find its exact spot, and often, because it's much better to listen to music when single sideband is exactly on frequency. Well, just to give you an idea, it's almost impossible on the 330 to do so, for a simple reason. It starts tuning in reverse most of the time, which means that instead of going the right way when you start going up or down in upper or lower sideband, it reverses, which is very bizarre, and also that will give you the wrong frequency. And I had that example yesterday. I tuned an amateur radio operator on 7178. There's a gang of amateur operators in the late afternoon that are talking there. If I tuned 7178 on the PL 990X, it was perfect. And if I had to retune or, tune the frequency a little off, it was perfect. If I punch in 7178 lower sideband directly in the PL 330, works great. What happened yesterday, because of interference, they moved up 50 hertz. So they went to 7178.5. Once again, on the 990X, I just moved to 7178.5 with the fine-tuning button. It was perfect. Now, I tried to go up to 7178.5 on the Tecsun. It was actually doing reverse of what it's supposed to do. I was moving away from the frequency and the transmission. So I had to reverse what it should have been. That gave me a result that I was listening to them on the 330 at 7179 instead of 7178.5. So I was tuning the signal and listening to it, but the display was wrong in frequency because of that bug. So, as long as that bug isn't fixed, I can't really tell anybody to buy a 330 right now, although its performance is pretty interesting. And last but not least, because I get a lot of questions about that, sync detection. Told you that the 990X sync detection is pretty bad. Well, it's better on the 330, and don't ask me why. I don't know what they did there, but it stays locked much better. The lock is almost never leaving the frequency, less distortion. For some reason, the 330's sync is better, so it's kind of an interesting one. Of course, videos will be coming up. So these are some of my personal observations right now. Next videos that I will be posting will be videos about the where I will actually be tuning them. So I hope you'll enjoy that series. And don't worry, guys, I will be tuning and using them with other portable receivers to give you guys an idea of how well they compare, and especially the 330, to other radios. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.